That concludes the candidates we have here for the city races. As it mentions in your program, the city elections take place on May 12, 2012. We now move to county and state elections. We're going to start with Judge Mark Hocker, who is in Lubbock County Court at Law Number 1. As many of you know, Judge Hocker took over for our very beloved Rusty Ladd here at LCU. We'd like to take a moment to have a moment of silence for Rusty, and then we're going to go ahead with the rest of you. Thank you. Judge Hocker?
Good evening, and thank you all for coming out on this fine evening. And I say fine because of the hope of rain that will come to us. I can't tell you how much it means to me and how much my heart is pounding. I'm a little nervous right now to be in front of you because it is such an honor to be standing in the shoes of Judge Ladd and holding his bench. When our brother was taken from us in such an untimely way, there were 17 attorneys that applied to the county commissioners to fill his position. One withdrew before the interview process, but 16 of us went through that. The county commissioners, in a very open and fair process, did a very thorough job of evaluating us. They used the same forms that the governor uses when he does that same task. And they unanimously chose me, and it is my honor to serve as the judge of County Court at Law Number 1, which I have been doing since December 21st of 2011. What I want you to know about me is how I got here. See, I think the most important thing about a judge is that a judge has integrity. If our judicial system doesn't have integrity, if we can't count on the character of our judges, then nothing else we do matters, because they backstop everything else. Our legislature sets policies, but our judges have to follow the law, and they have to apply it without an agenda. They must not legislate from the bench. They must apply the law to the facts, and they must treat everybody fairly. In order to do that, it doesn't just take legal experience, it takes a balance of experience, and I have that. I worked for 4 years after high school, supporting myself, and then I worked my way through college. Along the way, before I went to college, I joined the United States Army Reserve, and I served as an enlisted man and helicopter crew chief in the Army Reserve for 7 years, and I'm proud of my service to my country. I worked my way through college, and then I went to law school here at Texas Tech University. And after that, it was my pleasure and my privilege to work for now Judge, then District Attorney Bill Souter. I worked in his office from '97 while I was still a law student through 2001, and then, part of that balance, I went out and did the criminal defense work. I hung out a shingle, and for almost 2 years, I represented the citizen accused. And that can be quite a tough thing to do when you have such a fine DA's office as we have, because they do an outstanding job of bringing their cases. But those citizens, according to our Constitution and our way of believing things, they deserve that defense, and I provided it to them. I then prosecuted for another 4 years as first assistant DA in Hale and Swisher County, and then I served as a civil litigator and practiced all across this state of Texas for 4 years and 9 months with one of the finest firms in this city and in this state. So I bring in a balanced experience. I've seen how things are done and how they should be done. I've told you about my philosophy and what I believe in. I want you to know my name is Mark Hocker. I have a website, judgemarkhocker.com. I hope you'll visit it. I hope you'll vote for me. I want to leave you with something I believe that you will all understand. I think this sums up what I think the role of the judge is as I see it. In Paul's second letter to Timothy, found in the New Testament, he says, "A servant of the Lord must not quarrel, but must be kind to everyone, be able to teach, and be patient with difficult people. Gently instruct those who oppose the truth. Perhaps God will change those hearts, and they will learn the truth." That's what I believe.